Okay, Kathy. So I've picked up a couple things watching this little video that I don't think I ever saw when I was watching you vault at Franklin. A couple things that you did pretty well. I'm going to set up a little timer starting probably about this point. Let the timer roll. There. Okay, so about 2 seconds. Just under 2 seconds. Clear that up. And I'm trying to remember about how far you ran. I think it was close to 60 feet, which that comes out to like 20 miles an hour, 30 feet per second. That's pretty good. I think that's the fastest I've ever seen you run. So props for that. Good job. Like the good work. Keep it up. One thing that'll definitely help improve the speed you already got. Coach McKenzie always talks about two things. Number one, keeping your foot when it's off the ground dorsal flex, which it looks like you did a pretty good job here. Your toe's not pointed down. But you notice right here, each one of your steps is flat-footed. And you don't want that. When you're sprinting your feet, you should be up on the balls of your feet, the very tip of your foot. Not quite on your toes, but pretty close as you're running down. The only two steps that should be flat-footed are right here and right here. Your penultimate and your ultimate steps. One thing that you're doing here that I really like, I don't think I saw you doing this last year, is right here. You're stepping onto this. This is your penultimate step. Often I see vaulters with straight stepping legs. Your off leg, your lead leg is straight on your penultimate. Yours, on the other hand, has a nice kind of bend. Looks like it's about 119 degrees, not like a 180. So that's good. You're actually rolling into it. It's a little bit of kind of a thunk of a flat foot, not as much of a roll, although it's a little bit there. But you're really getting down, getting ready for the jump, which I like. You hit, which again you're kind of going thunk instead of really smoothly rolling. Although it's a lot better on your jump step than it is in your penultimate. And you actually jumped, so good job. I appreciate seeing that. Out of kind of the new vaulters, I think you have done the best job, like the first 2 years vaulting, out of the group we have right now. You've done the best job of actually forcing your hips, forcing yourself. Like once you get to this position, you actually kind of kick yourself over the bar. And it didn't quite work this time, but I appreciate that you're actually kipping. You're trying to push yourself, not just going straight into it, but you're pushing yourself kind of up and over. And I like that. That looks good. So there's two ways I think that we could have actually gotten over the 6 foot height, which I believe would be a PR for you because I think you made 5'6" last year. My computer's down, so I can't check your stats from last year. But there's two ways we could have done this. Number one, once you get at this point, I'd like to see your hips a little bit higher instead of hips down here and then kipping over. If your hips can be higher and then kip, that'll give you a little bit of extra boost. Plus, as you get used to getting up in the air, like you're finally getting up, when you get about right here, it's a little bit too late for this one, but you'll actually turn over. See how right now you're looking kind of up? Instead you'll be rotating around, so your belly down, and all of a sudden your hip, which is right here, would be, by rotating around based on what your arms are, up here, which is way up over the bar, even back here. So that would definitely get you up and over. Okay? The other thing I'd like to work on with you, now that you've really kind of figured out how to get yourself off the ground a little bit, is maybe holding a little higher on the pole. And we'll do that in practice, where we'll just kind of do some drills. We'll do some full vaults where you hold here there and hold a little higher and then hold a little higher. And that'll do two things. Number one, you see where your hand hold is right, oops, not that, right here. That'll get you over about there on the bar, because your hand hold is this high, and your bottom hand, which really is where you're, until you turn, your bottom hand is majorly your limiting factor. If we can get your bottom hand up to here, all of a sudden then your hip at this point, which was, oops, where'd this go? Down here, I don't want to circle out on the line, which was down here, down, whatever, would be up here, would be a couple inches higher, and that would be the difference of clearing that height also. Okay, so we got a couple things we'd like to work on. We know what we got to do, but all in all, I say that was your best vault attempt that I've ever seen you have. So good job, Kathy, and I'll see you at practice.
Oh,